Welcome to the latest edition of the M6P versus the MCU. I'm Jared, we got Darrin and Kevin here tonight, and we're going to talk about Loki, we're going to talk about Black Widow, we're going to do some Marvel trivia, and we're going to have a good time. Sound like a good time, guys?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they're excited. They're pumped. We are the M6P. We're a Facebook page and a YouTube and Instagram and Twitter. You know, we do all the things. And so feel free to check us out. Go to anywhere and just search for the M6P, and we'll probably be there. We've got a great show planned for you tonight. So Darrin, you want to kick it off for us, man?
Yeah, wow. So we're going to recap, like Jared mentioned, Loki and the Black Widow. I just finished the last episode of Loki, and I really enjoyed the 5th episode, like so many of you, based on what we've seen in Facebook posts and the comments about it and whatnot. But for me, that last episode, obviously, wow, okay, we know who's coming, Kang, obviously, yeah. And the way they're doing it's pretty cool. I think that's going to bring, I was always like, how are you going to top Thanos? So my mind's still trying to kind of wrap around how exactly they're going to do Kang, but that little first variant, who's supposedly the good one, that kind of is cool. And it's going to be the same actor. So that was Jonathan Majors. So that's pretty cool. You know, what did you guys think? That's just a quick recap for me. The episode was great. You know, I like how it ended. I'm glad there's going to be a season 2, but yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet for now.
Right. Yeah, I think I wonder, you know, with what you said with the whole Thanos level, you know, will Kang be on the level of Thanos, or is Marvel going to try and top Thanos, or are they just going to do something totally different and say we're not trying to compare ourselves to Thanos? I don't know, because I see Kang's appearance, and I see the next few movies, Doctor Strange, multiverse of madness. There's some time travel and multiverse stuff there. We know that Spider-Man is going to feature various Spider-Men and Electro and Dr. Octopus, and we just had WandaVision, which we thought is where all the madness stuff was going to happen, but it definitely didn't. So it looks like, and then Ant-Man and Wasp, where Kang is definitely the main villain. So is Phase 4 going to be all Kang? Yeah. I don't know.
And like to your point there with like how he's already tied into so many other movies, it's like, well, this is interesting. I mean, Thanos was tied into them all too, but how they're doing this and setting it up is really going to be, it's like, okay, I just can't really, again, wrap my mind around how they're going to do this, but I'm excited. I'm just generally excited to see how they handle this character. Kevin?
Yeah, so, you know, this wasn't an actor that I was very familiar with. I'm not sure that I have seen him in anything. So when they announced him for the Ant-Man movie, wasn't really sure who he was or how he was going to act. He's not, or at least in this presentation, it wasn't the Kang that I've kind of known in the comic books, but I still really enjoyed it. And I thought he was a charismatic and interesting presence. So on that level, I mean, I really enjoyed the episode because you kind of got to see him kind of play around and show that he can kind of hold his own against Loki. So maybe he's going to be, you know, a good top tier villain to kind of represent throughout this next phase, maybe the next 3 phases. We'll see how that works out, obviously. But yeah, I enjoyed the episode, if nothing else, just for him. I thought he was great. So,
and he was probably my least favorite part of the episode. Like, I was excited. See, I love talking with Kevin because we're usually like on different pages. He's kind of my United States Andy, because Andy's over in Africa, but like, we just don't always see things the same way, which is great though. You know, who wants to have 3 or 4 people on a show and everybody's like, we all think the same? But he just was very over the top, I think, more so like maybe his Immortus counterpart, you know, when he's a Immortus in the comic books. And I guess I'm looking for like Kang the Conqueror with the blue face and the regality to him and like taking stuff over. So when he jumped up on the desk and he's sitting back with his feet up and stuff, I'm like, this is Kang? What? But I had some hope because he showed those little figures of Kang, like those other various Kangs, and they're like, these guys, oh, I saved you from these guys because these guys are crazy. Like that, those are the Kangs I want to see. So when he died, I was like, yes, bring on the bad Kangs.
Yeah, I was kind of like, oh wow, is this how they're going to do Kang? But then after, this is the multiverse, so we just saw one of the variants, and that was the variant that was able to create this TVA and kind of manage things and take control of the ALF. I don't know if I said that right exactly right there, but so I think the main Kang, which will be closer to the comic version and the one we all know, will be coming at some point. He may conquer all the other Kangs too, who knows? So that'd be just to kind of consolidate things eventually throughout the next phase. But I don't know, that's my thoughts on that as far as that goes.
And I think on that very last sequence where we see the statue of him in like the uniform that looks like Kang, and he has a very like stern look on his face. I think that's what we're going to see in the future. But I still enjoyed his performance a lot. Just showed that he was a charismatic actor. He's not going to be, as much as I like the actor that played the villain in the second Thor movie. I mean, that was like Malekith. I mean, that was just such a boring performance overall. So I don't want someone like that. I want somebody that can be charismatic, and Marvel is allowing him to be charismatic.
Yeah.
And maybe bring that into a sociopathy and just a fun in the villain ongoing. So that's what I'm looking for, and that's what I'm excited about.
I'm guessing we're going to see the versatility of his acting as well throughout these movies. So we're going to have serious Kang and malevolent Kang, and we kind of have this jumping on the desk Kang, and so I think we're going to kind of really get to see this guy's acting chops. I can imagine like he signed the contract for Marvel, and they're like, and you're going to be in 10 movies, bam, 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 and a TV show, like all at the same time. Like, what? I'm set for life.
Everything's going to be a different character. You're going to have to do a completely different thing and everything. Yeah.
Well, I mean, what an amazing role. Who wouldn't want to sign up for that?
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to that. I think he's going to be fun. He makes me excited for the future of the MCU. Just him as an actor, because I didn't know anything about him. So that's what I'm really looking forward to now.
I mean, it looked like he was having fun. Like, even though he's acting, like I could notice, man, he's having fun. Like, so, and I was thinking about that too. Wow, towards the end, like he's going to have to play a lot of different roles, and we know that's coming. So I think he's going to handle that quite well. And when you were talking about anything he's been in, Kevin, I'm pretty certain of this. I think he was Dr. Manhattan in the HBO series. I may be wrong.
Okay.
I think that was one of the things when they first announced him that I read that he was part of that show, but I think it was Dr. Manhattan. I might be wrong. The comments will tell us, but so we'll go with that. But
so what about so what did you guys think of Lady Loki and Guy Loki locking lips?
I mean, she betrayed him right after that, like
yeah.
So, but yeah, it was really cool to see that. I just feel really bad for Loki. It looks really sad. And then he goes back and he thinks he's gonna like, oh, there's Mobius and stuff. And the next thing you know, it's like, oh, I'm not in the same timeline where Mobius knows me. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in season 2, especially because there's no clue. I mean, we have no clue when that's coming out. And we're going to deal with all these other MCU movies and see Kang in them, and somehow it's all going to tie back in. So I don't know. It's very interesting to see how Disney is kind of, in a way, branching out like their series and stuff the same way the multiverse is. So that's kind of cool.
I think overall the arc of the series that I enjoyed was basically Loki's love with himself, and how the show displayed his narcissism and made you still feel for him at the same time. And so yeah, I thought that was a satisfactory conclusion to kind of his arc in the 6 episodes. So I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I was trying to think, like, if there was a female version of me, and I'm sure she'd be like gorgeous, she would just be like so hot. I'd probably want to kiss her too. But it would be weird. Like, wouldn't it be weird to kiss a version of yourself? Like to fall in love with yourself? Or am I
I mean,
supposed to
that's
say it's just a movie, it's just a TV show? Get over it.
I mean, that's literally the story of Narcissus, right? I mean, in Greek mythology, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, you win this one, Mick Baker.
He knows his centuries too.
All right, so I'm interested because we're talking about the show as a whole. Did you have a favorite Loki outside of our Tom Hiddleston, and why?
Well, I just like alligators, so that would have to be my number one. But it can't be the alligator. That's too easy. Obviously, old Loki. That last scene where he's just going nuts with his powers. I mean, that was epic. I thought, yeah, I loved the last episode.
Yeah, I don't want to be a Tumblr fangirl. It's probably the alligator, but since I don't want to be that, I'm going to say it's Sylvie. I really liked her as a character. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't one that I disliked, honestly, but yeah, she was probably my favorite other than Tom Hiddleston main. Yeah.
All right, I'll be the Tumblr fangirl. Alligator Loki. I was like, Baby Yoda, who? Like he was just so cool. He's so fun. Like they didn't understand what he's saying, and he's in his little kiddie pool, but they would mouth off, and he'd go and try and attack them. Like, oh my gosh, instant favorite. Loved him. He's the next Groot.
I bet we see him again, the alligator, for sure.
I think so.
Yeah, they're going to have to do a Pet Avengers movie. He can be the villain of that one.
Isn't that going to be called the Young Avengers? Sorry.
Yeah. So and then so the after credit scene. I guess Tom Hiddleston had said in an interview like 6 months ago something about a second season. So a lot of people already knew that was coming. So the after credit scene, I was hoping it was something. Wolverine popping bone claws. That's what I was going for. So I was a little kind of meh about the after credit scene. What about you guys?
I mean, it wasn't really anything. It was just an announcement. I didn't know about it beforehand. So, I mean, I was happy about it, but I mean, it's not giving me a time or it's not telling me when. It's fine. Yeah, I would have liked to seen some tie-ins to Doctor Strange or to something, but that's fine.
Darrin, you excited for season 2?
Yeah, I think I just need to see where the next movies go with the character of Kang, though. But yeah, I think Loki was well done. I still don't know if it's my top favorite show of the MCU. It's still kind of, I gotta soak it in a little bit more, but it's still a toss up between WandaVision and I'm just not a huge fan. I mean, I like the show, but I didn't think it's my least favorite, as I've mentioned, is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So yeah, I'm excited for season 2. I have no idea what's going to happen, but well, obviously it's the MCU, but it used to be you kind of predict these things, but now it's getting harder, and they're doing it on purpose with the multiverse. So
it wasn't Mephisto like we all thought.
No, I thought it was Agatha.
Now that would have been a sweet after credit scene. Like the song plays, it was Agatha all along, and she just waves or something. That'd been tight. Kevin, where does it rank? Like, where are you ranking the Disney Plus show so far?
So I think Loki's actually my number one. It's kind of like cynical Doctor Who, and so I really do like it for that. Like it feels like what Doctor Who used to be when I liked it during like the David Tennant years and things like that. So especially that one scene where they're just stuck on the planet talking, that just felt like an entirely Doctor Who episode. And I know a lot of people didn't like that episode, but like that's where I really fell in love with the show, was that episode. So I think it's number one for me. It had me the entire time. Then WandaVision, I didn't really like it at first, but by the end, I was like, this is a stellar show. And then Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it can do better. So let's just leave it at that. Yeah. It's just I don't like superheroes that preach. It's just not my thing. So that had the opposite effect of WandaVision. Liked it a lot at first and it tailed off at the end. So
I think that kind of was reflected in the Emmy Awards. Those were just, the nominations were announced yesterday. Falcon and the Winter Soldier got 5, which is awesome. Like, that's great. But WandaVision got 23. So it's kind of like, and the ones for, one of the ones for Falcon and Winter Soldier was for Don Cheadle's 2-minute performance.
Yeah. What's going on with that? That makes no sense to me. Like,
I saw that,
like Disney just like, hey, come on, give us another one, give us another nomination. We've got Cheadle lined up. It's okay. He was on screen for 2 minutes. It's still Cheadle. But
no, he's a 100-year-old man playing a 40-year-old man. Give it to him, all right? He's doing his best.
Well, when they announced that, I was like, oh, he was in that. I totally forgot he was in that show. I had no idea. Why didn't they call him to help?
As far as that goes, like on like a guest actor standpoint, or I think that was what the nomination was for. The guy that I don't remember the actor's name, but the guy that played Isaiah Bradley for acting chops and then like the length of time he was on should have been nominated. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't understand that at all. So
yeah, it's Carl Lumbly. Yeah. Well,
yeah, that's right.
I've been watching him since Alias. I know he's
Mantis.
acted long before Alias, but that's where he first caught my eye. Yeah.
He was Mantis, that superhero Mantis.
Oh, that's right.
Show.
Yeah.
When we were kids, yeah. Nerd alert.
Oh man.
Well, I thought Sebastian Stan did a really good job too, with a lot of his scenes. I mean, Anthony Mackie, he's whatever. He's a good actor. He's not a bad actor, but I thought Sebastian Stan and a lot of the stuff that he was going through emotionally and that, like, really felt it. I thought he did really good. So, oh well, can't win them all, right?
Yeah, it is pretty cool that Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany both got nominated for like best actor and best actor or actress, like that for Marvel characters. Like that's pretty, yeah, that's cool.
Totally. So looking at before we wrap up Loki, looking at the future slate for Disney Plus shows, we've got What If, Ms. Marvel, Hawkeye, She-Hulk. Am I missing any? Moon Knight. I think those are the ones that are becoming the soonest. Is there, what were you most looking forward to out of those?
Oh, What If, for sure. The Marvel What If, yeah. I mean, I'm excited for the other ones too, but the What If, and I know that's coming the soonest, which I'm even more excited about. So, yeah, they've got all the actors doing the voices for the most part, so it's gonna be really cool, I think. And it ties in with the multiverse, so.
So I don't think they're going to be doing Atlantis Attacks What If, which is one of my favorite comic books of all time. So I don't really care that much about that series. It's Moon Knight. Oscar Isaacs is great, and yeah, just one of my favorite characters. It's psychopath Batman. It's wonderful, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think he's going to do great. Didn't he play Apocalypse?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is
which he did a good job in that. Yeah.
Well,
he did a good job. Okay, he did a fine job.
Yeah.
There's a lot wrong with that movie. It wasn't
staying out of it.
You're right. So we'll say that's what was wrong with Halle Berry too. It was just the writing.
Well, yeah, she keeps a Russian accent about as well as the bad guy in Black Widow, but we'll get to that.
So I'm looking forward to What If, definitely. That was always one of my favorite comic book series ever. Just pick that up when you kind of disappear into this world where it's going to be crazy, But I know that this version is going to be a little more tame, and that it's going to be strictly like MCU stuff. So we're not going to see, like, Deadpool isn't going to show up, Green Goblin isn't going to fly by. It's going to kind of stick to the MCU stuff. So I'm still excited, but I think She-Hulk has me really pumped in that it feels like they're going to do some sort of like Marvel version of Community or something like that, where it's going to be like they might break the fourth wall and there's going to be a lot of comedy, but it's still going to make sense. So I think that's and how they're going to incorporate, one of the main guys, Hulk, Thor, Cap, and Iron Man. None of them have shown up in these Disney shows. They've just made, well, I mean, I guess Chris Hemsworth did do the voice of Throg, they said, when he makes a little yelp, that Chris Hemsworth did go into the studio and record that yelp sound. However, Mark Ruffalo is actually going to be on the She-Hulk show. So I think that gives it even more credibility.
Cool. I'd agree with that.
So that's where we are. So we wrapped up Loki. And before Loki could even get wrapped up, Marvel threw Black Widow in the theaters for us. Hallelujah. Finally, after 7,492 days, Black Widow made it to the theater. So what did everybody think?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take it because Kevin actually wrote an article, which I read today, and I agreed with a lot of those points. But when I first watched it, I mean, like when it started, I'm like, okay, this is really cool. This is good. And then the further along it got, I was kind of like, well, wait a second, that doesn't make much sense. And then towards the end, it's like, all right, what's going on? But I was very excited at first. I'm like, oh, I was even messaging Jared, like, oh, this might be my top 6 Marvel film, yada yada, and everything. But now it's soaked in, and there's just too many things that like I have to point out. And yeah, Taskmaster being number 1. We don't like to dive into all the real politics and things, but I just don't like gender swapping characters for the sake of gender swapping them. I think that there's plenty of good characters for both genders in the Marvel universe, so why not use those? And I like they build it up too, because when you see Taskmaster in the suit, I mean, that's obviously not Olga Kurylenko's body or anything like that. So it's like they make it look like a dude too. And the next thing you know, it's like, oh, well, it was his daughter who somehow, as Kevin mentioned in his article, the age like gap between Scarlett Johansson and her just completely changed after she killed the daughter, and the years went on. So yeah, but there's a lot of things I did like about it. I liked the acting. I thought David Harbour was great. I thought Florence Pugh was great, and Rachel Weisz was great. I thought that family dynamic was interesting to tie in with the character. There's a lot of things, other things I liked about the movie too, but unfortunately, the negative kind of put a damper on it for me, at least. But yeah, overall, it was an okay movie. There, I guess I said it. I don't know. A lot to soak in with Loki and Black Widow. Sorry.
Would you say, no, you're fine. Would you say that, initially, yeah, you had messaged me and you're like, this is my 6th favorite movie. But would you say that then in hindsight, now you've kind of thought about it, and you watch it again?
I watched it again, kind of soaked things in. Yeah, I don't know where I would rank it at this point. I don't think it's the worst Marvel movie. That's Captain Marvel, but yeah. So I'm not sure where it ranks at the bottom for me. I have no really comparison for that. I like to focus on the top, but man, that movie started off. I mean, Black Widow started off so great. I like what they were doing with it. Like you mentioned to me, it was kind of like a Bond movie, and then it just becomes just. Hey, I want this. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. Hey, what happened to the story? Like, I don't know. Just got so convoluted.
All right, McVicker, what are your thoughts, man? What did you think about Marvel's leading lady?
So yeah, it's as Darrin already mentioned, I'm not the biggest fan of it. It started out great and strong. I love that opening action sequence. It didn't feel like they were overusing CGI. I was like, oh, maybe this will really be like a Bond movie, and we'll get a lot of practical and cool special effects. And it's not going to like devolve into this like over the top ridiculous movie. It'll be a Mission Impossible or Bond film, and I was really looking forward to that. And man, it didn't stay that way. And it for me, it got a little bit boring, especially in the action sequences. I just wasn't really that impressed, and so because I was bored, I just started finding all the threads and just started picking at them. I just couldn't help it. I did the math in my head about whenever Black Widow did the assassination, and that would have been the same year that the lady that was playing Taskmaster would have been a Bond girl. And the Quantum of Solace, that would have been the exact same year. And I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense. And then I think X2 actually did that storyline better. I mean, it's kind of a copy of the X2 storyline. So, you know, I mean, the bad guy is basically, he basically tries to turn into the Purple Man. I call him the Mauve Man. He's just a knockoff of the Purple Man at the end, and you could just stand on the other side of the room and shoot him. Like it's not, or snipe him. It just, I don't know. So many things that I just didn't like. And then the very end of the movie irritated me because she turns herself over to Ross, gets a slap on the hand and a makeover, and is out in 2 weeks. Like, she assaulted a sovereign king of another country, and she just gets away with it without any repercussions, just allowed to go free. It's all those little things, along with what are basically boring action scenes. Like, for, you know, like the final one where they're falling out of the sky parachuting. I'd actually just watched Point Break, the original one, earlier that week. Such a better movie, and that end scene is so much more intense. And it's only intense because you care about both the characters, and we care about Scarlet Witch. But we don't really care about Taskmaster. Like, give us someone that we care about her fighting against. You know, why couldn't you've made Yelena, you know, the bad guy throughout, and she has to save her sister and deprogram her sister? Like, there's just a lot of little things you could have done to make it better, to make me care more. And I'm just Kevin McVicker. I'm not Kevin Feige. He knows better, but that's just my, yeah. There's just too many little things, and it's by no means the worst movie that they've done.
Yeah.
It is in definitely the bottom half for me, but it's better than, you know. I think I ranked it 6th from the bottom. I think I have a ranking online somewhere, so I think that's where I put it. So.
Well, Darrin, I think we've just found the latest T-shirt design. I'm Kevin McVicker, not Kevin Feige. I think it's gonna sell, man. I love it.
We'll see how long it's up on TeePublic before they flag us again. For those who don't know, we get a lot of our T-shirts taken down, especially when a new Disney Plus show comes out and the T-shirt's somewhat related to it.
But until then, go to TeePublic and search for the M6P.
I'm just still trying to figure out. I'm sorry. I'm just still trying to figure out why Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe showed up in this movie. I really just want to see the original version of Taskmaster. It didn't need to be like a cyborg robot-looking Snake Eyes. So
that's funny because I thought all the mindless male soldiers that he had in the Red Room looked like Cobra drones. So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I guess we're just a little different. I thought Black Widow was a lot of fun, but I was just I was excited. Like, they could have probably put on a Squirrel Girl movie and I might have been jacked. You know, I was just excited to be that's a lie. I was just really excited, like, to be in a theater and watch it, because some of the action scenes, like in WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier, I would have loved to see those on the big screen. You know, some of those fights, like, you just got to see Marvel huge. So to see all the stuff with Black Widow, I was pumped. It's definitely easier to find the things you don't like. I'm the same way. Like, Taskmaster is just like, he's such a great Marvel villain all around. He can touch every area of the Marvel universe. He's got connections with everybody. He's got a great story, the stuff that he does. And then they didn't even, like, yeah, they gender swapped him and they made him somebody else, and I didn't care for that. But they didn't even focus in on what makes Taskmaster with the photo. He can, like, he sees it and then he can copy it. They just showed, like, one time, I think they showed the visor, like, go back and forth, and then she fought. But I don't know that the connection was made that the Taskmaster can see, you know, Captain America fight and then duplicate that fight sequence. And that's just, like, that's Taskmaster. So you made it a girl, you changed the backstory, made it a totally different character, and then didn't even stay to the powers. This could have just been some generic made-up villain for the Marvel Universe, and let us see Taskmaster later. You know, Taskmaster running a villain school on Disney Plus. I'm in for that show, you know. But now that will never happen. Taskmaster is done, you know, on Black Widow.
You guys will know. Oh, sorry, go ahead. I didn't know you were done.
No. Everybody loved David Harbour, and I didn't. That was the part I did not like. Red Guardian is not this bumbling buffoon. He's not that guy. He's kind of like the Russian U.S. agent. He's kind of got a bad attitude, but he's tough. He's not overweight and the comedic relief. So I was like, and that is totally not the relationship that he has with Black Widow in the comic books either. He's not her dad. Like, what? So that's hard for the comic book guy in me. And I definitely agree with Kevin. I think Yelena would have been the best villain for the movie. Whether people want to chalk it up and be like, well, then it's just such a trope, female versus female. It goes with the comic book. Like, that's how it is those two would just be fighting the entire movie.
But was that anyways? You could have still had the guy in the red room.
Yeah.
And not done the Taskmaster. It would have been pretty much. It could have been pretty much the same plot, but you could have cared. Yeah.
I did.
Well, and then oh, good.
No, you're fine. Sorry. Sorry. Just last part was I told Darrin.
We're so excited.
I told Darrin, like, if you like James Bond movies, you'll probably like this movie. And I love James Bond movies. And to me, this was just, they're in the air, they're at the jail, then there's a helicopter, they're on an airplane. It was just wild to me. So even if there were a lot of plot holes and stuff that didn't make sense, I was like, dang, that's sweet.
Yeah. One minor thing, I mean, I know it's not the Red Guardian from the comics, but I thought it was funny, and I did enjoy the comedic relief from David Harbour in that character. But they still kind of keep building him up to be like, oh, even though he's just kind of like another version of Fat Thor, lost his way and just kind of like aloof. He's still very powerful and strong. So I was like, oh, it's going to be awesome when he goes up to fight like some big head honcho villain and stuff. And it's just like, again, why nobody cares about Taskmaster. I'm like, this is it. And just fight in front of these boring cells. And like, this is like, you didn't really see Guardian do too much. I mean, you saw at the beginning, he's got some strength and he can run fast and hold on to airplanes. And then there's a few other things like breaking guys' arms in prison, but we didn't really get to see him do anything. And he's supposed to be like the Russian super soldier. So I don't know. I thought that kind of was a letdown, but his character was great. The acting was great. I mean, that was good from my standpoint.
Yeah, everything was in focus too. So I mean, that's another positive. Yeah.
It was.
The lighting was okay. I mean, there's positives in the movie. It's not garbage.
I like the Crimson Dynamo name drop. I thought that was really cool. But then I thought maybe we'd see Crimson Dynamo. So that was a little disappointing. But and so we saw Contessa now. She's got U.S. agent, and now she's got the sister. She didn't really get a code name, did she?
She's Red Widow in the comics, right? Is that who that is?
So, but she is definitely all in white. So, do we call her White Widow? But where do you think that's going? Are they going to do the Thunderbolts, Dark Avengers type of thing, you think?
That's where my brain was going with that. That would have to be. I'm wondering if Contessa is going to be kind of a secondary villain in this initial phase, and or if they're going to kind of show that maybe she just doesn't have all the facts and she is kind of the new Nick Fury. But that'll be interesting.
I'm down for that. I mean, they can't get Norman Osborn, so well for now. But maybe she will be like the Lady Fury.
I mean, they're definitely leading up to something as far as Dark Avengers or Thunderbolts go. So I mean, with everything we've seen, something's going to happen, and Contessa's tied to it all so far. So
all right,
who
so
knows?
Scale out of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being your least. Where do you put Black Widow?
I gave it a 5 online, so I'll stick with that. I think it's 5. It's right. It's right down the middle. I think that's fair. It's a fine movie. I understand why people like it. I just don't as much. I see all the flaws, but Marvel doesn't make garbage. So it's a fine movie.
I'll go 1 point higher. I'll go 6. Still can't get past Taskmaster, but other than that, I mean, I enjoyed it. I watched it. I did not. I mean, I stopped Captain Marvel halfway through when I first watched that one. So, I was like, I'll get back to it, but I didn't do this with that, so that's why I give it that score.
I'll give it a 7. So we'll just do 5, 6, 7. Kevin, if you were an Inhuman, you'd be Karnak, and you find all the flaws in everything. And
Hey, that's my favorite one. There you go.
that's awesome.
He's a cynic, and he sees the flaws in everything. Yeah, that's perfect.
Well, hopefully, we'll find some Inhumans in Marvel trivia. All right, is that a good transition?
Yeah, hold on. I actually have no clue what your energy is going to be, Kevin, on this, or if we need to still do it, or what the plan is.
I'm fine if you want to. I mean,
oh man,
yeah, I'm never high energy, so it's up to you.
Yeah, I know. I just haven't really thought of what to say. It's supposed to be a surprise for Jared, but he already knew it was coming, kind of, just because he was trying to quit Marvel trivia. No.
All right,
I'll
send
just
you guys
let you lead it off, and I'll play off your energy.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to send you guys another link.
All right.
So this is the fun part of the show, if you didn't already have a blast, where we do some Marvel trivia. Usually we've got another guy here, but that's all right. 2 is amazing because this is the matchup of the century so far. Darrin and Kevin are going to do some Marvel trivia with our handy dandy Marvel trivia cards here. The way that this works is the questions are labeled 1 through 5 in terms of difficulty, and the first person to get 15 points wins. So question 1 will be 1 point, question 5 is 5 points, and the players get to select which question they would like. We good to go?
McVicker, you're going down. I've had it with your antics on the Facebook page. Yeah, you may not go down. I do have a record as being the most losses, but technically, McVicker did defend. Well, we won't get into that. We'll just call that the lost trivia episode. Nothing to take away from the other contenders. Nothing to take away. So you better bring the heat. It better be redder and yeah, more vibrant than your hair. And you're going down.
Hey, Darrin, all I got to say is maybe you should request a She-Hulk comic next time instead of nothing but Squirrel Girl in your Marvelous box collection. All right, that's all I got to say.
I do like Squirrel Girl. No, I'm just joking. Awesome.
My favorite. I just want to know if we're going to get another meme from this, McVicker.
Oh, this would be a fun. Yeah, we should start a meme war. Call it the Secret Meme Wars. Yeah.
I got to be careful on y'all's Facebook page. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, sure. Let's go.
All right, Darrin, 1 through 5.
Let's go 3.
No,
3.
come on, Darrin. Come
5.
on.
5.
Yeah, thank you.
You want 5, Darrin?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Why did Maverick kill his wife?
Oh, goodness.
Why did Maverick?
Was she a Skrull? No, I don't know.
Close. She was a double agent. All right, McVicker.
5.
5.
Gonna get me in 3. He's gonna get me in 3 questions.
Who was the first woman to win Steve Rogers' heart?
I don't know, his mom. I don't know. I can't think of it.
Peggy Carter.
Oh wow! I thought that was just.
Come on, man!
Wow!
This is crazy how these questions fall.
Oh, there you go. There's your first meme, man. There's your first meme.
How you like that, She-Hulk?
It was a bad show. I didn't watch it. All right.
In case you have not seen our trivia before, these cards were made around 2002. So there were no movies. So some of these hard questions are really easy today, and some of the easy questions are really hard. Darrin.
I'm going 3, and I'm not listening to either of you guys anymore.
What color was Iron Man's suit when it was first drawn?
Silver gray. Oh, go!
No, it was correct. It was
Oh wait,
correct.
I thought. Okay. All right, cool. Whatever. I got it. Man, and the
We
heat.
do minus, just do -3 and you're at -3. Is that, should we do that instead?
I know it's fine. Thinking of I don't know, for some reason I just picture that first Avengers comic and like I thought maybe I'm way off. I know there's a gray Hawk obviously, but I thought it was a gold suit in that. But
So in Iron Man's first appearance, he was in a silver gray armor, but when he was in Avengers, it was gold.
Okay, that's what threw me off. Gotcha.
Awesome, Kevin.
I told Darren I'd do straight 5s today, so let's do 5.
Oh wait, did I say that? Wait, okay. Oh, all right, I'll get back to 5s.
What year did the Hulk make his first debut appearance?
1968.
1962.
Wow. What?
Because Avengers #1 came out in 63. So he appeared the year before that.
Oh, geez, I'm way off. Okay, all right.
All right. We weren't alive then.
So am I at -3 or do I get the 3?
No, no, you're at 3. You're
All
at
right.
3.
All right, I gotta go 5 though. I gotta go 5.
All right. Where is Deathlock from? Where is Deathlock from?
America? Is that? I mean, is
A
it
little
like
more specific.
in America? Is it something? Oh, I can't ask that.
I'll take the city or the state. How about that?
Oh.
You got a 1 in 50 chance. Where is Deathlock from?
Texas.
Detroit, Michigan.
I don't know why I thought Texas. I had to,
I would
All
guess
right.
the future. It's okay.
I can't
Right.
remember his name. Like
5. All right. In what issue did Madam Web make her first appearance?
Let's go with 170.
Of what series?
Oh, Amazing Spider-Man 170.
Close. Amazing Spider-Man 210.
Oh,
you always
So
gotta
40
guess,
issues.
Kevin. You always gotta guess. You might hit it. Win the lottery. Like me, sometimes.
Darren.
All right, 5.
What is Kazar's father's name? And this has been a question before.
yeah. I was going through actually trying to find memes today for Darren, and I saw this one, but I already forgot it. So.
I gotta quit making faces.
Kazar's father's name.
I have nothing. Nothing.
Lord Robert Plunder.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't remember that.
I actually did
Right?
remember that. Okay.
Well,
Wow. All right, Kevin, are you a 5?
Yeah. How much time we got? Yeah, we may have to go to 1 soon, but yeah, let's do 5.
All right, it's another year question.
Oh man.
In what year did Nick Fury make his debut appearance?
1963.
Yes, you are correct. 5 points.
all
So
right.
it's 5-3.
5.
5. All right, Darren.
Oh, this is terrible. No.
Where did Ben Reilly work?
Daily Bugle, right? No, it's gonna be called something else, right?
The Daily Grind. I didn't know that. Sounds like a show on MTV.
With Ben Reilly, yeah.
All right, Kevin.
These 5 questions.
What is the name of Grim Reaper's lover?
I'm trying to think of who Grim Reaper. He was an Avengers villain, right? Am I thinking of the right guy?
Yep.
Part of the Masters of
Blade for the
Evil.
hand.
I don't-
Yeah. Okay. Was it Scarlet Witch?
Necra.
I mean, that makes sense, but I don't even know who that is. Okay.
I don't either. All right, Darren, are you a 5 as well?
One more time.
Who was Steve Rogers' commanding officer when he was in the Army? That is hard.
It's Tommy Lee Jones.
I'm trying. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of Tommy Lee Jones' character name because I don't know it from the comics, obviously. Walsh.
Sergeant Mike Duffy.
Oh, Duffy.
Learn something new every day, right?
Yeah, right. We're getting a lot more
All right,
5
Kevin.
questions out that I've never heard before, by the way. So that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't pick 5s.
All right. Yeah, let's keep on going 5. Darren can
5, all
go down if he wants to.
Oh, we've had this question before. Who were the first West Coast Avengers?
Ooh, okay. Okay, the first. Iron Man, Wonder Man, Tigra, Hank Pym. Ooh. Somebody's yelling at their computer right now. I'm forgetting somebody big. Hawkeye and Mockingbird.
Okay, so you listed 7, and there were 5.
Okay.
I feel like you should get it. Do you?
I mean, as long as the 5 that I can guess are on there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you listed 5 of the 7 that you named. They're on here. Hawkeye, Mockingbird, Tigra, Wonder Man, and Iron Man.
Okay.
That cool with you,
I'll take
Darren?
it. Okay.
Now, if you would have been like Wolverine, Spider-Man, Hulk, Captain, like going through, then no.
I'm pretty sure all those people appear in the very first issue. That's what I was going off of.
Yeah. Good job, man. Good job. All right. So Darren has 3 and Optophobic has 10. What you doing,
5.
Darren? What you doing?
Going 5.
5?
Yep.
All right. What started the downfall of Hawkeye's marriage to Mockingbird?
Oh my gosh.
You only know this if you've read Avengers West Coast or West Coast Avengers. And even then, this is a John Coughlin question. What started the
Substance
downfall
abuse?
of Hawkeye's marriage? What's that?
Substance abuse?
Phantom's writer's ghost told him she killed him.
I was way off.
I remember her hating Tigger in that first issue. I would have guessed that. Okay.
I think I would have guessed that too.
Yeah.
All right. 5s. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, where was the Reavers base located?
It was in the sewers. Is that enough? Or near the Morlocks, right?
You're thinking the Morlocks. This is the
Okay.
Reavers. They were in Australia. They were the cyborgs with Lady Deathstrike and Donald Pierce, and they attacked the X-Men in the Outback.
Okay. I was thinking of when they killed the Morlocks. Okay.
Well, that
All
was
right.
the Marauders. The
Okay, well,
Marauders.
then I'm
killed the
way off. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay. I read Spider-Man,
Darren.
not X-Men. All right.
You can come back, man.
I got to start playing Moneyball here. 3.
3. All right. Who was Peter Parker's first love?
Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy for 3 points. All right. Now we got a game. Kevin.
5.
Sticking with 5s. Okay. Who is David North? Who is David North?
Dakota North's brother? I don't know.
Maverick.
Oh,
Maverick. All right, Darren.
3.
3. Which superheroine is responsible for naming her team the Avengers? Which superheroine is
Black Widow?
responsible for naming her team the Avengers?
Ugh.
What'd you say?
Is this going to be a meme? I said Black Widow. I'm trying to think.
The Wasp. Wasp named the Avengers.
There you go. Screenshot it. Ah.
It's not over. It's not over. Kevin, you sticking with 5s?
Yeah, let's keep it.
Oh, we've had this question. Who raised Wolfsbane? Who raised Wolfsbane?
It was like nuns and a father. Do you need the proper name? I just know it was the priest and nuns. I know that's where she was raised.
Darrin, what do you think? I want it to be fair.
I have no
Do
idea.
you have the name?
Nope.
Yeah, it's a 5-point question. I think I got to get the direct name if it's asking for a specific name. Yeah,
I'll let you two decide. I'm just the moderator.
No, if it doesn't say priest and nuns, I don't know. Probably Patrick O'Connery or something like that. I don't know. He's some Irish name.
Reverend Craig. Reverend Craig.
I mean, he was pretty. Should we give him half the points? I don't know.
I'm cool with half points.
Yeah.
All right, 2.5.
So
That wasn't
Kevin
in
has-
Peter David's run of X Factor, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's okay. So you have 12.5. Darrin has 6.
4.
4.
Ooh.
Who is Spider-Man 2099's arch nemesis?
Green Goblin or no?
Tyler Stone. I did
He's
not
the
know.
head of Alchemax. I couldn't remember his name, but I know what he is. Yeah. Yeah,
right,
so
Kevin.
5.
5. Okay, man. Who murdered Sunspot's father? We've had this question too.
Yeah. Oh.
Who murdered Sunspot's father?
Shoji Jibuchi. I don't know.
Ooh, so close. Gideon. So close, though. All right, Darrin.
4.
What other names did Bruce Banner go by besides Bruce? Two other names he went by. What other names did Dr. Banner go by besides Bruce? Darrin, are you there?
Oh, sorry. I have no idea.
Okay, that's okay. Do you want to guess or no?
Nope.
All right. Robert and David. Robert Banner, David Banner. Kevin, 5?
Yep.
Oh no, I just knocked down my toys. How old is the Black Queen?
That's from the Hellfire Club, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. 400 years old? I don't know.
Oh, it says thousands of years. So if you would have said at least 1,000, 2,000. All right, Darrin.
4.
What tribe does Moonstar come from? Also had this one.
Oh man, it was mine too, and I still can't.
What tribe does Moonstar come from?
Keep on making those memes for me. Thank you, sir.
Navajo?
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
All right, Kevin for 5. How many issues of Force Works were there in total?
How many ever there was, it was that many too many. Probably. Okay, so let's try to make an educated guess. It was the 90s. Everybody's comics got way too many issues. I would say probably 25.
Ooh, 22.
Ooh.
22.
Oh, they didn't even make it to 25. Wow, that's how bad it was. Wow.
Couldn't even do 2 years. All right, Darrin.
3. Step back.
Here we go. What is the Punisher's secret identity?
Frank Castle.
Frank Castle.
Yes.
That
Up to 9,
question
you better
I-
watch out, McVicker.
I always remember that because in 7th grade homeroom class, Darrin tried to stump me with that one. He's like, you know, Marvel. Well, who's Frank Castle? And I was like, Punisher. He's like, ah.
It's kind of funny. We have
I
all these
remember
different-
that one.
We have all these different Marvel memories. I don't remember some of the ones, and you don't remember some of the ones. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember. Maybe vaguely I can remember that, but
That's the one that sticks out. I know that you would ask me, you know, we talk Marvel stuff sometimes, but that is the one that I always remember Darrin for.
the Punisher. Wow.
All right, Kevin. Who assembled the Lethal Legion? These are hard.
Is that Count Nefarious?
Satanish.
Ooh.
All right, we
Nah,
got a game.
Shouldn't have thought about the modern Spider-Man run. That screwed me. Yeah.
Go
Right,
3.
Darrin. 3. What villain is made of pure sound? Had this one.
I know it's gonna.
We've had a lot of these. Holy cow. What villain is made of pure
Oh.
sound?
Oh man. I can't remember.
Claw.
That's right.
Claw is made of pure sound.
I would have
Not
given
in the
you. I would have
movies.
let you at half points if you had guessed Gollum. So
All right, Kevin, for 5. Oh, another year question. You love these. In what year was Cloak and Dagger #1 published?
ooh, what's that? Ooh, I know it was the late 80s. I think it was the late 80s. Tied in with the whole Just Say No program. I'm thinking that was 87.
85.
Oh,
85. All right, Darrin.
3.
3. Who was Dr. Doom's roommate in college? Dr.
Just
Doom's
joking, Reed
roommate in
Richards.
college.
I
You
said I
what?
was joking, Reed Richards.
Did you? I can't hear you. What did you
Wait,
say?
am I wrong? Oh man, Reed Richards.
Yeah, it's Reed Richards.
What? Why'd you mess with?
I really didn't know what you were saying. I think it cut out. So I was like, what? What? All right. Good job. You got 3 points.
that redeemed you. You got who was Reed Richards' roommate wrong in one of the previous episodes. There
I
you
said
go.
Ben Grimm or something on the last time. I think I don't remember.
You did. I thought.
I'm so nervous, guys. I'm getting close to McVicker. About to take him down.
Well, he has half a point more than you.
Yeah,
So,
it's coming.
all right, Kevin, you stand at 5?
Yeah.
Okay. How did Captain Marvel die?
He had cancer.
He had cancer. You're the winner. Good job, man.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm really shocked that's a 5-point question. That was an easy one.
Yeah, but I mean, like, who knew that? You know, I think he's become more like a nostalgia character probably the last 20 years than, I don't know.
Yeah. We had that reboot right around that time. It started back in like 99. So he was actually kind of popular again, but okay.
Well, congratulations, man.
Yeah, congratulations. Be easy on the memes.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much for joining the show tonight. Hope you had a good time. Again,
Yeah,
we are
thanks
the
for having me.
M6P. Yeah, Kevin will be back. That'll be our after credits scene. Will be Kevin will be back in another episode. Thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. Again, we're the M6P, so feel free to check us out everywhere that you can find anything. And also, if you're looking for some stylish clothing, go to tpublic.com and do a search for the M6P, and you'll find all of our fun clothing options. Until next time, make yours the M6P.